The garden city of India faces the grudge of its urbanization, we can say, with the city's crumbling water shortage. It's not just an environmental issue, but also socio-economic, with the impact being asymmetrical. Half of Bangalore's water comes from underground aquifers which are being rapidly depleted. The other half comes from the Kaveri River 90 kilometers away, which is expensive to pump and creates political controversies. This bustling city of over 13.6 million people requires a staggering 2,632 million liters of water per day. However, the city only manages to supply around 1,952 million liters per day, leaving a significant supply deficit of 680 million liters per day. This growing demand-supply gap isn't surprising. The city's population has tripled since 1990 along with its IT industry, while rainfall remains unreliable due to climate change. Unchecked urban sprawl has also encroached on lakes and green spaces, reducing natural water recharge. The situation is further compounded by unaccounted for water leakages and wastages, estimated at nearly half of the total water supply. While there are many opinions for the causes of Bangalore's water woes, scientifically accepted reasons are few. This crisis is a confluence of several factors, each playing a significant role in the city's struggle to quench its thirst. Population boom. Bangalore's population has witnessed explosive growth, tripling from around 5 million in 1990 to over 13.6 million today. This surge in residents has inevitably led to a corresponding increase in water demand. The city's current infrastructure simply cannot keep pace with the ever-growing need for this essential resource.
Vanishing lakes. A study by the Indian Institute of Science revealed a staggering 70% decline in the city's lake area. According to the data by BBMP Lake Division, encroachments were identified on 875 acres. BBMP has cleared encroachments on 21 acres, yet occupations continue on more than 856 acres. The environmental transgressors are both public and private. These lakes not only served as water resources but also facilitated natural groundwater recharge. With their disappearance, the city's ability to store and replenish its water reserves has been severely compromised. The lake and stormwater drains have become a dumping ground for treated and untreated sewage from the buildings around them. It is one of the saddest ironies that once the city of lakes now has only a countable number of lakes, that too in a pathetic state. Vanishing lakes. A study by the Indian Institute of Science revealed a staggering 70% decline in the city's lake area. According to the data by BBMP Lake Division, encroachments were identified on 875 acres. BBMP has cleared encroachments on 21 acres, yet occupations continue on more than 856 acres. The environmental transgressors are both public and private. These lakes not only served as water resources but also facilitated natural groundwater recharge. With their disappearance, the city's ability to store and replenish its water reserves has been severely compromised. The lake and stormwater drains have become a dumping ground for treated and untreated sewage from the buildings around them. It is one of the saddest ironies that once the city of lakes now has only a countable number of lakes, that too in a pathetic state. Urban sprawl and apathy. Bangalore's rapid urbanization has come at a cost to the environment. Unchecked expansion has resulted in concretization of large swaths of land, hindering rainwater infiltration. The increase in urban infrastructure has led to the death of the fertile blue-green infrastructure of the city. This not only reduces natural water recharge but also increases surface runoff, leading to flash floods during the monsoons and water scarcity during dry periods. One of the main examples of this is the city of Whitefields and Varthur, which suffers from both water shortage and floods. Water guzzling sectors. The rise of IT industries and a booming real estate sector have further exacerbated the water crisis. These sectors in the Silicon Valley are known for their high water consumption. For instance, the IT industry relies heavily on water for cooling service, while construction activities require significant amount of water for mixing concrete and other purposes. The commercial use of water by private enterprises are done for various purposes like drinking, cooking, washing, toilets, and landscaping. Though there are no clear system for measuring the usage of water, private enterprises should restrict unwanted usage. Estimates suggest that a tech park with 5,000 employees will use a minimum of 1 lakh litre per day. Most of the demand is addressed by the usage of borewells. Due to extremely high rates of extraction, the groundwater level has reduced drastically. Excessive reliance has led to over extraction of groundwater, depleting reserves faster than natural replenishment. Leaky infrastructure and wastage. A significant portion of Bangalore's water supply is lost due to a poor water distribution network. During the 1950s, the daily usage of drinking water in Bangalore was around 135 mld per day and have increased tremendously to 1350 mld per day. Half of the drinking water is mostly wasted due to leakage in taps during transportation, etc. Leaks in pipes and outdated infrastructure are estimated to account for nearly half of the total water supply. Additionally, a lack of awareness about water conservation among residents further contributes to water wastage.
While Bengaluru's water scarcity impacts everyone, the burden falls disproportionately on two key segments of the society. This video covers the impact of water shortage on women and the poor. First on women.
தண்ணி ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு இப்போ கஷ்டமாக தான் இருக்குது, இருக்கிறத வச்சு அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்குது.
நீங்கள் தண்ணி எப்படி லாரியில் பிடிப்பீங்களா இல்லை பைப்பில் வர்றதில் பிடிப்பீங்க?
பைப்பில் வர்றதில் தான் குடிப்போம். அதுக்கு முன்னாடி நாங்கள் வேறு இடத்துல இருந்தோம், அங்கே போர் நீர் வந்துச்சு, இப்போ வந்து காவேரி தண்ணி தான்.
இப்போ எவ்வளோ நாளைக்கு ஒரு நாள் தண்ணி வருது உங்களுக்கு பைப்பில்?
எங்கள் பைப்லிங்களா 2 days 1 time.
அது எவ்வளோ நேரத்துக்கு விடுறாங்க?
லிமிட்டாக விடுறாங்கப்பா. காலையில் ஒரு 1 hour, ஈவினிங் ஒரு 1 hour டெய்லிக்கு.
அதில் இவ்வளோ தான் குடம் பிடிக்கிற மாதிரி கணக்கு ஏதாச்சும்?
அப்படிலாம் கிடையாதுப்பா, வீட்டுக்குள்ளாரே தண்ணி வருது நம்ம.
இப்போ தண்ணியெலாம் யார் பிடிக்கிறோம் உங்கள் வீட்டில்? நீங்களா இல்லை யாராச்சும் உங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்களா?
ஏன்னா நான் பிடிப்பேன்.
இப்போது நீங்கள் தண்ணி பிடிக்கணுன்னா உங்கள் வேலையெல்லாம் மாறுமா? எவ்வளோ நேரம் நீங்கள் காலைல முன்னாடி எழுந்திரிக்கணும் அந்த மாதிரி?
தண்ணி வரணும் அன்றைக்கி கொஞ்சம் சீக்கிரமாகவே எழுந்து பிடிச்சி வச்சுக்க வேண்டியது தான்.
வேறு என்னென்ன கஷ்டப்படுறீங்க இப்போ தண்ணி வராதனால?
தண்ணி வரலன்னா வேலை கொஞ்சம் லேட் ஆகும், செஞ்சுட்டு நம்ம இந்த ஒர்க்குக்கு வர்றதுக்கு.
The increased burden of water collection. According to a study by the Indian Institute of Science, women in Bengaluru slums spend an average of 2 to 4 hours per day collecting water from public taps or tankers, often traveling long distances. This time-consuming task places a heavy burden on women, leaving them with less time for education, employment, and other productive activities. Secondly, women from low-income households often have to pay inflated prices for water from private vendors or tankers, which can consume a significant portion of their limited incomes. This intersectionality of poverty and gender impacts the lives of women a lot. Now, the popularity of the safety concern. Women and girls face safety risks when they have to venture out to collect water, especially in the early morning or late evening hours. A survey by the Bengaluru Water Supply and Sewage Board revealed that 42% of women felt unsafe while collecting water from public taps or tankers. According to a study by the Indian Institute of Human Settlements, in households with water shortages, women's unpaid work increased by an average of 3 to 4 hours per day, while the men's unpaid work increased by only 30 minutes. This data points highlight the disproportionate impact of water scarcity on women in Bengaluru, exacerbating the existing gender disparities and perpetuating the cycle of poverty, poor health, and limited economic opportunities. The second is on the impact on poor. Access to water. According to a report by the Bengaluru Water Supply and Sewage Board, 40% of Bengaluru's population does not have a direct access to piped water supply and thus rely on often unreliable and expensive sources. Economic burden. A study by the Center for Rural and Urban Policy Research found that households in Bengaluru slums spend an average of Rs 1,200 to 2,400 per month on water, which can account for up to 20% of their monthly income. A study by the Center for Urban Equity revealed that 36% of the households in Bengaluru slums reported instances of diarrhea, jaundice, and other water-related illnesses, adding up to their economic burden. Finally, housing and living conditions.
The
A
elixir of
survey by
life
the
has
Slum
become a scarce
Rehabilitation
commodity
Society
in Bangalore.
found that
Addressing this
only
issue
20%
requires a
of the slum
comprehensive
households in
policies and
Bengaluru
intervention
had
that
access to
prioritizes the
individual
equitable
water
access to water
connections.
resources, improve infrastructure in low-income areas, and addresses the root cause of poverty and marginalization. Initiatives like community water kiosks with fixed affordable rates can ease the burden on women. Investing in infrastructure upgrades to ensure the equitable water access across the city is crucial. Implementing dual piping system in new residential and commercial developments to separate potable and non-potable water lines for efficient use of recycled water is also a good idea. Also implementing the smart metering and monitoring system to detect and prevent leaks, monitor water consumption patterns and optimize water distribution will also provide a smart water management system. Providing financial initiatives such as rebates or tax credits for households and businesses that adopts the water saving technologies like low flow fixtures, rainwater harvesting system and grey water recycling system, which helps the poor. Sustainable urban planning is an urgent need for the city to tackle this crisis. For this, the authorities can integrate water management consideration into urban planning processes, ensuring that new developments incorporate water efficient infrastructure, green space, and sustainable water management practices and promotes the development of water sensitive urban design principle, which emphasizes the integration of urban water cycle management with urban design principle. Furthermore, promoting water conservation awareness and empowering women to participate in water management decisions are essential steps towards a more equitable water future for Bangalore. These recommendations are a few keys to unlocking the city's water woes, ensuring that every drop counts as quenching the thirst of its residents and safeguarding the economic and social fabric of the vibrant metropolis.